What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that I'll be watching a lot of content on the internet, you know what I'm saying, of what is being pushed out there to the masses of the world, and I feel as if oftentimes a lot of people get persuaded to think a certain way by people who already have money. Now again, I'm not taking away from nobody that earned their spot. Everybody, I feel, deserves to have a good life to where they don't have to worry, right? But why not help the people that are at the bottom also get to the top as well? You know what I'm saying? Instead of promoting a certain image energetically that basically keeps a person in a certain energy to where, you know what I'm saying, they're only structurally programmed to believe and think that what is being mass controlled and put out there is the reality of the world. And let's just be real, for the last decade or so, guns, drugs, violence, you know what I'm saying, looking down on women, you know what I'm saying, getting money, like those are the things that not only influence the people who already have money, but also the people who don't have money. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to that status to where we want to be something in the world. So if we think that we can be able to get all this money by, you know what I'm saying, being a person that projects to the world what we are mass fed and controlled, then why not? You know what I'm saying? But oftentimes that don't turn out good for people. You got to think about it in a certain way where it's a level of understanding what you need to do and grow in on a soul level for yourself. And doing that means you have to go deep within and also be an understanding of the fact that the times is changing. In order for, the world to become a more healthier place for not only us, but children, you know what I'm saying, you got to change the narrative of what's being pushed out. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say a lot of times people want to make it seem as if it's the neighborhoods that is, you know what I'm saying, ghetto and violent. No, I truly believe that once people realize that type of mentality ain't getting them nowhere, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna grow and it's gonna evolve and change over time. You know what I'm saying? It takes time, but I see the progress. And I say that to say, like, y'all gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? If let's just speak on me, was the type of person that's putting out, you know what I'm saying, killings, guns, robbing, stealing, you know what I'm saying, hurting people, you got to think of how that influences people's energy to start to feel as if, you know what I'm saying, that's what they got to put out there to get some sort of status in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have gotten ahead on a materialistic level by promoting that type of way of living. You know what I'm saying? And it influences people's energy, but I seen a video today, you know what I'm saying, going on back to the topic of the fact that there are people that have made it out of their neighborhood that truly believe that they can't go back, you know what I'm saying, and be an advanced version of themselves there. I just don't believe that, you know what I'm saying. I believe truly that the people that, you know what I'm saying, have a dark mentality are the ones that need the help the most on trying to understand, how do I evolve out of what I've known out of all my life? How is it that you're successful, you've grown, you're doing good in life, but I'm still stuck here? You know what I'm saying? And then you not only, you feel me, moved away, you took what we could have learned from you, you know what I'm saying, and took it away from the very thing that structurally programmed you. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that keeps people stuck in a certain type of way. Say, like, for instance, why I'm so dedicated on helping people understand that it's your mentality. You feel me? I really don't like to speak on this man's name, but you feel me? I know deep down inside, I just don't believe he was what he portrayed. And I'm going to speak to, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to King Von's death. The man took the advice and moved to Atlanta and got killed in Atlanta. He didn't even get killed in Chicago, his hometown. He got killed in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And being the fact that from what we know, you know what I'm saying, I am very aware of how Leos are. You know what I'm saying? They gotta show their dominance. They gotta be somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you decided to start a fight with somebody that you had a disagreement with at a known popular club with your homies. Of course you're not gonna go out like no sucker. You know what I'm saying? They pulled out guns. You didn't even have a weapon, but your people did, and then you end up dying. I truly believe that was all about your mentality. You didn't have to show you was tough and bad because y'all was in the same circumference, you know what I'm saying, and both of y'all got money. You could have kept that for another time and place, and it probably could have saved your life. You know what I'm saying? So I truly believe that it has nothing to do with, you know, moving or where you're at. You know, violence is going to be everywhere. I truly believe that is your mentality. It's how you act. It's how you know what I'm saying, are under pressure. And not even that, you know what I'm saying, you just got to be mindful and aware of how people around you can influence you to, you know what I'm saying, do certain things without truly knowing the source. You know what I'm saying? So going back to Tupac, he, I believe, got killed because, you know what I'm saying, it could have had a ton of different reasons, but you acting up at the club, you under the influence, people already see you as a status figure, you feel me, doing better than them. That creates animosity. You know what I'm saying? Then you getting into it with Biggie. You know what I'm saying? He's from the East Coast. He's creating songs aiming towards the West Coast. He come to LA and get killed, not even in his own city. Like, it's a ton of factors, but it truly, I think, belongs to who you are as a person, how you handle situations under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Are you influenced by what people say, you know what I'm saying, to get the clout, get the status? Or are you centered and rooted in who you are? You know what I'm saying? I feel as if you don't got no personal beef with somebody, you're not going to be able to convince me to have a beef with someone because you rock with me and something you heard. Now you're trying to convince me to not like a person. I believe I'm the center of that. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe why everyone was dissing is because everybody listened to everybody else instead of truly listening to themselves. You know what I'm saying? And the choices that they wanted to make and the type of experience and understanding they got with, you know what I'm saying, somebody that was different. You settled, you listened to everybody else, you know what I'm saying? They spread rumors, you know what I'm saying? And that paints a certain image about somebody. Not you and the one-on-one experience you had with that person on your own, but the people you look up to and the people that you feel hold authority in your life. You listen to them more. You know what I'm saying? And they convinced you to, you know what I'm saying, pull away from someone because, I don't know, for whatever reason, with you out not even understanding, knowing that person, or even realizing who that person is. You know what I'm saying? Now you fighting a battle in your head against everybody that convinced you to go against somebody due to whatever reason they had going on in their own. Listen, I'm telling you right now, it comes down to mentality and how you act and who you are. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I'm not finna, you feel me, start any type of fights with nobody, you feel me, battle with nobody, get into any arguments with nobody, simply because I love my life more. And when you know that about yourself, sometimes you just gotta let people be. It's a time and a place, you feel me? I'm a grown-ass adult. If I have some type of discrepancy or debate with you, I can call you on the phone, you know what I'm saying, and figure it out. Or we can meet up somewhere, you feel me, in a public place, have a conversation, however you want to play it. But sometimes people just can't control who they are, you know what I'm saying, and it has consequences to that any given time. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be mindful and aware of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Who you hang around, the situations you get yourself in. Sometimes, like I said, it's a time and a place for things. I don't stand on no disrespect. I'm not out here lying to nobody, but I also know that some people are still brainwashed to believe that lying and manipulating is how to get ahead in life. And what I do for those type of people, I just don't say nothing. You won't get a word out of me because I already peep your game and I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to false manipulate someone into believing whatever you selling, and that's how you get the whole rumor mill started, you feel me? And then next thing you know, everybody on that same hate train for no reason. They don't even know why they hate you. They don't even know why they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? They just, again, like I said, now the people that congregated this whole affair is falling apart. They don't know what to do, and now they looking like, damn, I should have thought for my own self. I should have just understood the type of relationship I had with them on my own. But again, like I said, The brain is powerful. When you have this ability to be able to process thoughts by, you feel me, interacting with someone on the same frequency as you, y'all connect with each other and share the same, you feel me, connectedness, that everybody promotes the same message. Stay away from her, she ain't cool. Go away from her, she ain't cool. She going against the program. Until the program starts to fold on y'all. Now it's like, damn, how come they still making it but we struggling? Yeah, because y'all were convinced, you know what I'm saying, by people who persuade a certain energy, you know what I'm saying, and you leveled up with them. Because again, you thought that's really how the world was supposed to operate. You know what I'm saying? Get money. Don't hang around nobody with their own mind. We all think the same. We need the attention. Get everybody to, you feel me, go on this type of time. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I just see so many people trying to deflect away from what's really real. And it's your process and it's how you think. You feel me? It's the way you know how to understand life, how to move, not put yourself in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And be cool with everybody. Therefore, you can go in hoods. You ain't got to worry about checking in and all that. That's weird. You feel me? I'm trying to enjoy life, you know what I'm saying, and be able to visit everywhere. But again, like I said, it's your type of mentality. It's who you are. If you're out there, you feel me, promoting a certain lifestyle, of course, people that are often all on that type of time are threatened. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to feel some type of way anytime you approach, simply because you may be on a different tax bracket than they are. You know what I'm saying? So again, be aware and mindful of your energy and what you put out there. Now it's time, I feel, we put out love, we put out understanding, we put out connectedness, because you can grow like that still by being yourself and understanding, you feel me? I don't gotta have no beef. I don't even gotta get into it with you like that, because again, if you cherish your life, you're gonna understand that you don't have to show your dominance to get respect. People gonna respect you off top just because of the type of person you are. You know how many people I done encountered in my life who use strict, mean dominance as a form of control to get everybody to respect them? You feel me? Now you make people want to hide. So imagine who they are with people who don't act like that. They gonna tell all your business to the people that's nice to them because you're mean and you're strict. You feel me? Like, just be you, be yourself, be regular. You know what I'm saying? Understand that it's okay for people to feel accepted, but when it comes to your boundaries, you gotta stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be loud to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for the lying, the manipulation, you feel me, the none of that. I'm gonna stand there, look like you got shit on your face. And you're gonna feel stupid, because I'm gonna be honest, and then you're gonna encounter someone that's gonna lie to you, and then you're gonna kind of get the picture. You feel me? I didn't have to be loud to do that. You feel me? I just weeded out the people that decided to do that, because it's not okay. It's not how you want to control the world to grow up. You don't want to be out here lying to your kids, finessing and manipulating them, and now they're at school or in settings without you, feeling uncomfortable because you didn't taught them they got to live a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And now they're offended against people that have their own mind. It leaves you to challenge things. You know what I'm saying? So be understanding and mindful that it's all about your energy and what you put out there. If you put out violence, you know what I'm saying? If you put out ops and all that, imagine what you're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? What you say, who you are, you know what I'm saying, and the energy you put out in the world is the same energy you're gonna get back. But understanding and being mindful, you just have to realize that the attacks are gonna come with a certain tax bracket you're on, with a certain level of notoriety you're on. It's so many people fighting for that in life to try to be something and make their way out of something. You're gonna have imaginary haters right off the bat. You feel me? That just was come with it. But if you're strong in who you are, you're going to be able to see them from a mile away. You're going to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, people, you feel me, when they know they not what I'm on, you feel me, and they trying to come in with some type of way, they just don't even say nothing to me. Cool. You feel me? If you take the time to speak to me, trust me, the scan detector is on, because I'm going to know. You know what I'm saying? People be wanting something from you and not really wanting to be themselves. And then over time, you get sucked in, and now, you feel me, your life start falling apart. Like, listen, it's becoming clear now. It's becoming evident. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to hide who you truly are to put on a certain image, you know what I'm saying, to get to the top. You can truly be yourself and grind in whatever it is that you're doing, make it work for you and watch it grow. That means you're gonna have to improve, though. Like I said, you can't, you feel me, be trying to level up and you can't even get along with people because you want people to do what you want them to do. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different way. So knowing and understanding that it's all about your energy. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, realizing and knowing that people are going to look up and follow people that are genuine and different and real. Not the ones that's promoting a certain type of image or a way of life because, you feel me, they're living a certain lifestyle, but they not. So you want me to go out here and shoot people that's ops and carry guns and go to jail and possibly get killed and taken away from my family, you feel me, because that's the image we promoting? And again, like I said, it's what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Sac, so again, you feel me, brisk. I don't know what scenario happened, but for you to have to be running and fighting for your life at the brink of your career, you didn't even get ahead far enough. You feel me? Because of what you was putting out. People felt threatened by that. Even though it was making you money. You didn't even get to live the life to enjoy the money. So that shit don't matter now. You know what I'm saying? You got to be wise. You got to be understanding. We out here to make an image, a lasting impact. We are somebody. We have families. We have kids. Our energy and what we put out there is conducive to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just the crowd that you feel you're trying to influence to, you feel me, basically kill off our race. And kill off, you feel me, people that are trying to be successful. You don't have to be a gangbanger. Don't have to be violent to get to the top. It's another way you can take. But again, of course, you're a threat to people that use that violence way of thinking to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And that's why some of them are not impressed. But if you're growing, you feel me, you're going to be able to create regardless. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to keep promoting negativity in the hood like it's just something to be proud of. It's not. You feel me? There are good people in hoods, you feel me, who are stuck there because the people that were supposed to help us get out left. You know what I'm saying? And now they're doing some good somewhere else while we're still here struggling. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, we taking each other out instead of helping them grow. Not me. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We either gonna grow together or, you feel me, we ain't gonna grow at all. But again, I'm also wise enough to understand that my internal growth is important. And that's why I choose to stay away from people, because I can already tell when you're not on what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to try to do everything to dismantle what I'm on and make it for yourself. Like, I just see the signs. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm fully aware of who I am. And because of that, listen, I want to be able to make an impact in the city that I'm from. You feel me? And be able to show people they can have nice things. They can be able to grow. You feel me? Listen, I may wear this beanie because my hair ain't done, but it won't be like this for long. You feel me? Hair gonna be done. I'm gonna be stepping out. Everything gonna be fly, gonna be fresh. I've already been there already. You know what I'm saying? But it's time we get our energy right so we can understand that everybody can have it. It doesn't belong to just one person. But again, like I said, a lot of people do the work and leave. So they leave the people that helped them understand who they were in the dark. So they're still struggling while they're successful. So you got to understand how a lot of people become jealous over that. Like, damn, you just left. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, it's what you put out there. It's who you are. I'm destroying all darkness. We're not living in dark mode. We're living in light mode. You know what I'm saying? And that is the ability to understand your life is worth something. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep working on yourself, becoming the best version of yourself, and I promise you, you're going to see the way. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.